The 18th Brigade of the Ukrainian National Guard has prevented another Russian army attack in the direction of Chasov Yar city in eastern Donetsk region. The invaders, who launched an attack with more than 20 armored combat vehicles at dawn, were stopped by Ukrainian artillery and drone strikes. As a result of the strikes, 10 vehicles and a large number of personnel were destroyed. The surviving invader soldiers tried to hide near the railway line and in semi-destroyed houses. However, they failed and were destroyed by drone strikes.
Ukrainian forces have developed a new aerial defense system using tethered aerostats as platforms for launching interceptor drones against incoming threats, according to images circulating on social media platforms. The system, mounted on balloons produced by Ukrainian startup Aero Bavovna, appears designed to detect incoming Russian long-range kamikaze drones using infrared cameras before launching counter-drones to intercept them. The Warzone reports. Images show the current configuration includes a launcher for a single fixed-wing kamikaze interceptor drone and a sensor array suspended beneath the aerostat. The elevated position provides critical advantages for the early detection of threats. In general, elevating any sensor system helps provide a better line of sight field of view toward the horizon and improved look-down coverage. TWZ explains, the aerostat appears to function as both a detection platform and a launch system, with infrared sensors mounted underneath the balloon to spot approaching threats. Aero Bavovna currently advertises its aerostats for surveillance, communications, and a signal relays for first-person view FPV kamikaze drones, making this application an extension of their existing capabilities. If the aerostat-mounted drone interceptor system works, it could offer a useful addition to Ukraine's defense arsenal that could be readily deployed across the country. The Warzone notes, adding that if the interceptor-armed aerostats are also relatively low-cost and low-footprint, they could be even more valuable for supplementing the Ukrainian military's other counter-drone capabilities. This development follows earlier Ukrainian innovations utilizing aerostats in the war, including a sensor system created by Ukrainian firm Kvertus that was designed to detect and locate enemy drone operators. The Warzone highlights that similar elevated platforms have been deployed globally, including the U.S. Army's Joint Land Attack Cruise Missile Defense Elevated Netted Sensor System. Poland has also planned deployments of aerostat-based airspace and surface radar reconnaissance systems, partly in response to Russia's use of low-flying threats. The emergence of this system demonstrates Ukraine's continued innovation in countering Russian drone threats amid ongoing war and uncertain international military assistance. Earlier, a Ukrainian Miltech company, Skifttech, was awarded a contract by the U.S. Army for the development of advanced laser-based training simulators. This agreement marks the first time a Ukrainian company has been selected for such a project, positioning Skifttech alongside major global defense contractors. Mirage 2000 fighters are far from new aircraft and are almost the same age as domestic ones. Aviation expert Valery Romanenko told this in an interview with LB media outlet. These are also modernized machines that have been produced since the early 1980s. The Su-24 has complex airframe elements, rotating console units, because they have a variable geometry wing. Most Su-24Ms were idle on the ground in the late 1990s and 2000s. Ukraine slightly modernized the MiG-29 and Su-27, more or less modernized the Su-25, but did not get around to updating the Su-24M. But the onboard equipment of the Mirage was constantly being improved, he explained. According to the expert, now no one is interested in the speed and ceiling of the aircraft, since the main thing now is the radar, weapons and onboard defense systems. The Mirage radar can see at 130 kilometers at altitude. For targets at low altitude, the range drops to 35 to 37 kilometers because the beam is reflected from the ground, illuminating the screen. The aircraft is capable of tracking 8 targets and guiding missiles to 4 of them. It is armed with medium and short-range missiles, but no one approaches at short range anymore. This dogfight is a thing of the past. Now the aircraft is hit over the horizon somewhere at 40 kilometers or more, Romanenko emphasized. The specialist added that Russian aircraft armed with R-37M, R-37 and R-33 missiles shot down Ukrainian ones even from a distance of 200 to 250 kilometers. The new French Rafale fighters already have the Meteor missile, which is also capable of flying 200 kilometers. However, no one will adapt this missile to the Mirage because there is no point. The radar can only see 120 to 130 kilometers, the aviation expert concluded. Earlier, aviation expert Anatoly Krapchinsky told how Ukraine will be able to use Mirage 2000 fighters. According to him, these aircraft have already started working and are used to intercept air targets. At the same time, expert Gennady Kazan spoke about the work of French aircraft in the Ukrainian sky. He noted that during the Russian attack on March the 7th, these fighters showed excellent results.